What's going on, everyone? Today is the 24th of May, 2023. We're going to talk about Litecoin today and try to answer this question. Why could it possibly be that Litecoin is predicted to skyrocket later on throughout the rest of 2023? Let's talk about it. So let's go ahead and get this video started. Now, I did a video for Litecoin. You guys can see it. A price prediction all the way back on May the 3rd, 2023. You guys can see we're predicted that the market in Litecoin is going to go lower. And here it is again today. The market came to our trend line and bounced from there and went all the way up to around 95 bucks. This is how you're supposed to play in the market. You predict where prices are going to go. You take your profit out when the market in Litecoin came down to 76, and then you would have bought Litecoin here on this trend line and rolled the market up there to $95. You would have won both ways. Congratulations to those who got that 14% out the market in Litecoin there. And now let's talk about this potential skyrocket. What do you think? Is it possible? Because currently, visually, we all can see that the price action in Litecoin is doing what? Right, we're trending, and the trend currently is to the upside. So is there a slight potential that the market in Litecoin can go higher? Sure, it is. There's a potential for us to see the market in Litecoin go higher. But currently right now, look at today's price action. We're getting an indicator. A weakness, push to go down bar is being created today in the market in Litecoin. There's weakness here. So maybe not immediately we could see the price skyrocket in Litecoin. Let's take a look at the market in Litecoin the 2-day. You guys can see it even on the 2-day chart. We're getting an indicator of weakness being created. We have 13 hours and 1 minute left, but looking at this indicator being created now in Litecoin, we have to be cognizant and say, yeah, the market is not ready to skyrocket. Not right now. If anything, it looks prepared to plummet and go substantially lower to the downside. Look at this, even here on the 3-day chart. So right now, as of this recording, at the sound of my voice, we have to be weak. We have to anticipate that the market action in Litecoin has a greater chance of going lower. Now check this out though. Look at this particular 3-day price bar right here. This is where the beginning stages of selling came in. Right. This is where it began. Right there on April the 19th. And now we're still getting emphasis that the market is still weak in Litecoin on this current 3-day price bar. Keep your eyes open. Here it is on the 5. Okay. Here's Litecoin on the weekly, 2 weeks. This is where we're beginning to see a change occur to the market that Litecoin could potentially go higher. Not necessarily skyrocket, but go higher off of this 2-weekly price bar. So at least in the next 2 weeks, if this current 2-weekly price bar does not close higher than the previous one, then understand that the market in Litecoin is going to break this trend line more than likely. So we definitely need to see how this current 2-weekly price bar concludes. Okay. So let me go ahead and look at this on our hourly chart. Okay. Because you guys can see over the last 11 hours, this is what happened. High volume, massive spread move to the downside. Again, market is weak currently in Litecoin. The sooner that we find buyers, the better. The longer that it takes for the buyers to step in, that's not going to be good for the market to potentially skyrocket. Okay. So what I'm looking at in terms of weakness in Litecoin, where I'm paying attention to for the buyers, it's going to be right here at this particular price. Okay. This is where buyers needs to hold. And then the second area would be right around here. Okay. So currently, I'm still looking for the market in Litecoin to drift to the downside. So I'm going to extend this trend line because I think it's still applicable in the market for Litecoin. Just like the buyers came in mid-May, I'm expecting them to try to do that again on this current leg down. The sooner, like I said, we find buyers, the better. That we can see the market go back up and test $102 in Litecoin. The longer it takes, we need to put more weight on this trend line being broken to the downside like this. Okay, so keep your eyes open for that. So let me go ahead and put this on the chart because I'm through. We're going to go ahead and look for Litecoin to go lower, albeit we're not going to be extremely weak in our price prediction this go around. So our first target is going to be right there around $85. Okay, so that's only 1.5% move to the downside. Like I said, it's not even a lot. $85 there. My second target is going to be here. I would say like $82.50 to $81.40. That's 5.7%. $81.40 there. And then the third target ultimately will be our trend line. Okay, we definitely don't want to see the market in Litecoin break that trend. So we're going to encompass that as well. Acknowledge that into the market as well for Litecoin. And as long as price stays below $95, we're going to look for the market to do just that. Now, I'm not necessarily looking for this to last too long, maybe a day or so. And then from there, we should have another idea as to whether or not the market's going to continue to go lower, especially on the conclusion of the 2-day chart. Okay, if this indicator is here on the conclusion of this 2 days, price bar in the next 12 hours, 56 minutes, and then again on the daily, on the 3-day, if we see another spread, pretty wide spread to the downside, yeah, be prepared for the market and Litecoin to continue to give us that weakness. Okay, so give me your thoughts. Make sure you maintain the profitability, and as always, trade different.